Before we begin this video, guys, I gotta give the disclaimer. This video is meant for entertainment purposes only. Any scenarios, situations, stipulations, locations is merely alleged and for entertainment. Let's get it. Hey guys, Solo here. So I was watching the Joe Budden podcast. By the way, Joe is one of the most underrated lyricists in hip-hop, but that's another video. Let me know if you want me to make it or not. And in this podcast titled Follow the Money, Joe was talking about the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef. However, Joe was coming at it from an angle that I hadn't thought of before, that there are powers that be above Kendrick and Drake that are puppeteering or steering this beef for a various reason. Let's roll the clip and see what Joe has to say.
What I think would happen if I turned on this movie.
Okay.
There.
What channel is the movie on?
HBO?
FX or some
BT.
shit.
ID.
Some shit where, ID somewhere where it's going down.
It's ill, yeah.
It's going down. I like HBO, somewhere in Netflix. Okay.
Is it green? Like that greenish hue? Like Ozark? However
Ozark.
Like,
I was about to say Ozarkish.
Cool.
In this movie, right, what if, because I was listening to the Larry Jackson call that we had. We spoke to Larry.
Shout out to Larry.
And shout out to Larry. That's my fucking guy. And I listened to that call about 9 times. I made Erickson send it to me as soon as it was done. I made him send it right to me. I heard that shit 100 times. And while I do think that half of what we said about that gamma and how it could play out thing may or may not be true, in my movie, Kaiser Sose runs Music Land. Kaiser Sose runs Music Land. Kaiser Sose's name pops up in some paperwork somewhere that it shouldn't have been in. In this movie, somebody in the clerk's office made a mistake and put the real boogeyman's name in some shit that it shouldn't have been in. So now Kaiser Sose is gonna fight to get this done. But he's the most powerful man in the land. So he's gonna make some calls, and maybe there's evidence against Kaiser Sose in my movie, not real life. In my movie, there's evidence on Kaiser Sose, and he's powerful enough to go send some niggas in and make sure that anything with my name and face on it is getting the fuck up out of there. Right? What a great opening to a movie. You following?
Yeah, we're following.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go get low. And because I own everything, I'm gonna fire everybody. I'm gonna get rid of everybody and all of these different infrastructures that have been longtime staples and have helped me make money. So if I'm doing that, I have to have a plan. And my plan, just like every other business in America's plan, just like the actors just finished fighting for it because they know something about a plan, my plan would involve AI. And if my plan involved AI, I would want to test. I would run a very sophisticated test. And because I fired everybody, that means I need my big boy acts to be not only as big as they were, but even bigger now. How do I do that? I'm no politic genius, but I know that one thing war does besides get people killed is make some money.
Generate revenue.
All right, guys. Now, Joe said a lot. There's a lot to unpack, okay? So I'm going to start with what Joe said at the end. If you look at how many hits this beef has generated, Kendrick has 3 songs right now that are currently in the top 10 on iTunes. Drake has 1 song with Family Matters. So currently, 4 out of the top 10 songs are Drake and Kendrick, okay? That's huge. To add on, guys, Not Like Us is #1 on Apple Music in 40 different countries right now. #1 most streamed song in the world currently, okay? Guys, they're bumping this song from LA to New York. That lets you know how major and huge of a record this is, okay? Now, guys, it's no secret since C19, and I'm using abbreviations here, that record sales for hip-hop have declined, okay? According to rapper Juicy J, rap sales declined 40% allegedly from 2022 to 2023. So it makes a lot of sense that if you think about it, how do you revive a genre that has lacked innovation in the last few years? Well, you get your 2 biggest titans to create a massive rap feud that has social media in an uproar and a frenzy. Drake versus Kendrick. So it makes a lot of sense to me. Now, how does Kaiser Sose fit into this? Well, you guys saw the screenshot that I posted, right? That allegedly Kaiser Sose is mentioned in the Diddler's lawsuit. And guys, you have to understand that the Diddler was in the industry for nearly 3 decades, or over 3 decades, right? That's 30 years. And he has a lot of connections, not just when it comes to the music industry and Hollywood, but also to politicians. Now, guys, you have to understand that allegedly Homeland Security found 250 cameras in the Diddler's house, okay? And you have to wonder, how much footage is that? Guys, I don't know, but that has to be thousands of hours of footage or hundreds of thousands of hours of footage. And you have to think that allegedly there are entertainers, politicians, actors, musicians that may be in compromising positions, okay? Guys, according to one of my sources, there are people right now in the entertainment industry that are shook. They either are calling their lawyer, have called their lawyer, or some of them allegedly already giving statements because of the fact that if it's between them and Diddler, well, who do you think they're going to choose? So right now, guys, the music industry as we know it today will not be the same in 10 years from now. Think about it like this, guys. What happens to an industry where 90% of the people in said industry suddenly get exposed for weirdo activities, go to jail, suddenly retire out of the blue, or mysteriously get a DWI and then fade into oblivion? Well, that industry would die, right? Correct. Or you would replace the industry. That's why Joe was talking about replacing some of your favorite artists with AI. And it sounds insane. It sounds far-fetched, right? Wrong. Remember, guys, back in 2022, when an AI rapper by the name of F&M Mecca blew up out of nowhere and he got a record deal from Capitol Records, and there was an uproar on social media about it because he was appropriating black culture, right? Guys, the record industry has had this in place for years. If you've noticed, particularly in the last year and a half, AI technology has improved tremendously to the point now when you listen to a song, you don't know if it's the real artist or if it's AI. Heck, in the Kendrick versus Drake beef, Drake even made a song utilizing AI called Tailor Made Freestyle, where you heard an AI version of Snoop Dogg and an AI version of Tupac. Guys, Joe Budden hit the nail on the head. AI will revolutionize the music industry in regards to not just record contracts, because technically you ain't got to pay an AI to make records. You just don't, right? So the cost efficiency in music production is a lot cheaper. You cut out the producers, the A&Rs, the middlemen, and also you can resurrect legends. Guys, what do you think about a Michael Jackson versus Prince album or Elvis Presley 2025 album? I know that sounds far-fetched for you guys. However, this is the reality. As I mentioned before, record industries are not making money like they were making in the 90s, 80s, or 70s. They're actually losing money. On top of that, if you're an artist nowadays, you don't even need a record label. You can go independent by uploading music directly to a streaming service or online, right? You can also upload music on an NFT website. Tory Lanez allegedly made $1 million in 10 minutes with his own NFT albums. There are different revenue streams now where artists can make their own music, artists that you've never heard before. So I do think that there's a positive to it because we may hear artists now that never got a shot. However, me personally, in my opinion, if we go down the route of AI, not only are they going to try to revive dead musicians, but also they're going to try to bring out these AI artists, and eventually, unfortunately, the public will embrace them. And I do think that real musicians will continue to always be around because AI can't replicate the soul. AI can't replicate the human spirit. But also, guys, as the record industry and Hollywood are declining because of the diddler situations and the numerous investigations that are going on behind the scenes. And if you're in the industry, in the know, you know what I'm saying is true, and all will be revealed. I give it until possibly October, November the latest, where a lot of things will be revealed, okay? So the Drake versus Kendrick beef is just deeper than rap. And like I said, in time, all will be revealed. God bless you. My name is Solo, and I'm out. Peace.